Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing extremely well. So let's continue with this video. This is the again fourth video of the Kotlin KMP Mastery series. So in this video, we'll discussing about the expect actual. So let's start with that. So before this video, if you would like to know about this series, so this is about for everyone who wants to learn the Kotlin multi-platform. We are covering most of the things here, every basic things. So you can check out my first three videos as well before this to know about the all basic things about KMP. So now let's start with this expect actual. So what are expect actuals? Why do we need them basically? So basically expect actual, this is the feature that lets you write shared code but still call the platform specific APIs. Yes. So it allows you to write the shared code, but still you can call the platform specific APIs for all platforms. Yes. So let's start with that. So first of all, you after you have created the one this project, let's say this is a simple project you have created either from the using the Android Studio or using the KMP JetBrains wizard. I have already covered those part in the second video of this series. So let's start with this now. So let's say if I show you syntax. So even before the syntax, why basically we need, as I mentioned. So sometime what happens is why we need the expect actual. So sometime what happens is like this common main shared code cannot access in the basically there are two ways here. So in the common main is just for the compose here, or this is for the compose app. But if you are using the just native UI and not using the compose multi-platform, then also you will be having one shared module here. Inside the shared module, we will be having the common source set. Okay, we will be writing where we will be writing the common platform, common code for all platforms. So sometime what happens is this common platform, the common source set cannot access Android specific APIs, right? iOS specific things, JVM only APIs, and sometimes we don't even have any library for them. We need to write the platform specific codes for those things. Some APIs are there like this, some file system APIs, okay, crypto security, those things. So sometimes it happens we need to write the platform specific code, like suppose let's say platform time zone thing. But first of all, your attempt should be to find out if some library exists for those things or not. If not, then you need to write this thing. So expect actuals you can use for vibration things. Let's say if there is no library there, so you can write the expect methods, then implement the actual ones there. Okay, so this is the syntax basically. This is the expect. Use the expect keyword, then function. Let's say we are declaring the function get platform. It is of type this. This is the interface one. It will return this type one method. Now what will happen is, let's say if I click on this icon, it will show you all actual implementation for this. You can, if you want to check out for the JS, let's say we have added this JS platform using the actual keyword, we provide the actual implementation. Let's say for this get platform, this is the JS implementation. It's calling this method. It means it's using this class for providing that value. Okay. So I will now show you by adding one expect code here. So let's say first example is just for example, but we already have logging libraries. Just for example, how we can write these platform specific code. Let's say we need to log, we need to customize the logging, or we want like custom loggers for all platforms. So first of all, let's write one Kotlin class here using the, let's say, log message. Let's we name it log message. Let's use the expect keyword here. Okay, because we need to add it as the expect method. So basically this is the great way. We are writing the shared code, but still we can write the platform specific things here. So this method, so KMP knows like, yeah, this is the shared code. So while building for specific platform, it will automatically pick up that actual implementation, but code is still shared. In this shared code now, we can directly call this method, and then its platform specific implementation will be providing us the platform specific implementation. Okay. So it will be, let's say, accepting tag, and then let's say msg message string. Okay, so now it provides us option, no actual for this expect declared in these source sets. So it provides us option to create actuals, then we can pick up using the command button on MacBook. So control on the Windows. Okay, so then we can pick up which platform we need to add: Android, JVM. So inside the native, basically native is the main one. For the native we have the Apple main, then inside the Apple main we have iOS main similarly. Okay, this is the hierarchy of them. So we, for the iOS we need only these two. Then we have the web main, we can pick up the web main. Okay, then click enter. It will add for all those platforms. So now if you see, this is for the Android. So now if you see, it will provide you this icon. Using this icon you can go to any of the actual implementation, and then from there it provides the expect. You can go back to the expect. So basically what we did is, let's just undo that. Yeah, so we added by mistake for, I will show you, for iOS we added multiple. This one we don't need, we can add this one: JVM, Android, iOS, web. Okay, so now this is the, now let's go to the Android one. So here let's say, how do we log in the Android? So we directly use this log.d, pretty easy, tag, and then message. Okay, if we want our custom logic here, some logging or other things before the logs platform or anything, we can add them or we can customize it in our way. This is the actual implementation for that. Now let's go back, and now let's go to the iOS main. How do we log in the iOS? We use the ns log dot, we can call it directly basically. So now let's say tag, then we can have message. This is for the iOS. Then again we can check out for the JVM. Okay, so for JVM basically we directly use the system.out.println. Okay, here also we can pick up this, add that here. Okay, then we have the web main. So for web main basically I will cover one more thing here. So how we can write the expect actual for the web main as well. We will be writing the common in the web main, then it's actual in the JS or JVM, and we will be covering that as well. So here let's say we don't have anything that is common to both JS and Wasm.js. So then again we need to write the common code in the web main, then provide that implementation in the Wasm.js and JS both. Okay. So let's say I add one expect. Again the concept is similar, log, or you can say web log. Okay, and again now it will be asking us for those two platforms, JS and Wasm JS. Let's add. So it will add them, and now basically we can directly use for the web we can directly use the console.log, or if that is available. Let's see, I think console is not available here. We can println and use, so that will cover all under the hood. But I will show you how we can write platform specific code for web as well, web main and JS and Wasm JS. Okay, so for this expect actual we can go to the JS. So for the JS, let's say we are using the console.log. Okay, and then let's say, where it gone? Yeah, then maybe we can add something like this, tag, then message. Okay, and then we have Wasm.js as well here. So Wasm.js, for their console is not available, we can directly use the println. Okay, so now this one automatically pick up the platform while building for JS. It will use the JS code, its actual one. So this code, sorry, this one I will be calling this here. Okay, tag comma message. So this will, while building for the JS, it will come here. For that expect this one, it will come here. then it will check out this method, and then it will pick up the JS or WASM JS according to the platform for which we are building. Okay, so now if I try to run it and show you, let's say just log something here, log message KMP. Okay, and KMP logging. Now let's try to run it for the Android first of all. So now it will basically pick up the Android implementation. This is just an example, simple example. You can write this way many other complex codes as well for the platform specific. Okay, so if you go to the logs and find out, yeah, this is the tag, this is the method we printed there. Okay, and if we try to run it for the other platforms as well, let's say let's run it for JVM. If you go, yeah, see here it's printing tag. For the tag it's printing this thing already there. If you go, why there are two colons there, I will show you. For the JVM it's already adding the colon here, and we also added that here, that's why it adding two colons. Okay, so similarly if you try to run for the iOS or web, it will be printing again the same thing, these logs. This is the platform specific code for your expect actuals example. So using this way basically, so now what happens is this common code, common, this is the common code, this is able to access this log message. Okay, this is using this method, and this method is again using the platform specific things there. So now using this way we can directly use that platform specific code from the common main. That's great feature of this. Okay, so similarly we can have many other use cases as well there for just. Okay, so now the point comes to when to use expect actuals. So again, as I mentioned, when the API is truly platform specific and no library exists there, and you want type safe access, you want clean architecture, you know where you have written the platform specific code. Okay, so you should not use expect actuals when a multi-platform library already exists, as I mentioned, and you want to avoid writing platform specific code manually. Okay, so that's all about this. So what can be the real world use cases, we can mention those as well. So most of the times in building for the compose multi-platform or Kotlin multi-platform, you will be facing these expect actuals. Why? Because if using the, for let's say you are using the SQLite, so there you will also facing this. Why? Because SQLite uses the platform specific drivers. For them it needs to write the expect actual code for providing the platform specific drivers implementation. Okay, for platform, for preferences as well we need to write this multi-platform settings library is there. For that there also you need to write the expect actuals. Okay, so that's all about this video. I hope now you know about everything about the expect actuals, how they works, why do we need them, when to use them, when we should not use them. Okay, everything is covered here. So if you have enjoyed it, please like, share and comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe. So I will see you in another video with another cool content. Till then, bye bye, take care, have a great time, keep coding.